It is a beautiful, I forget what day of the week it is, a beautiful Wednesday morning. Today we're going to be talking about something a little different. We're not going to be going and then cutting up. We're not going to be going and doing any tests about what the best exhaust setups for Genesis Coupe 2.0T is. More specifically, the BK2. Well, I have a 2014, so if you have pretty much a BK2, then you're in the same criteria as me. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I think the best exhaust for this car is a straight pipe system. Simple as that. I think it's a straight pipe system, whether it's single exit or quad tips. As long as you're straight pipe with these cars, you know, O2 housing, gutted secondary, or just a test pipe, no resonators, no mufflers, none of that, then you have what I think is the best system for this car. You know, this kind of goes for every turbo car pretty much. You know, take that cat off, go high flow or just go catless, and you're pretty much maxed out exhaust side. You know, 3-inch piping or better, and you've maxed out. I don't have 3-inch piping. I'm still using the stock piping, which is a bummer, but eventually I do want to go 3-inch, you know, because it sounds better, and you know, it resonates a lot better. It'll deepen the tone as well. Alright, so while she's cooling off, I'm gonna go over the specs I have for this exhaust. So the first thing I did to get the exhaust to where it is now is I put the ISR O2 housing. It was used because the O2 housing they make is discontinued for this car. So I bought it used. It was in bad condition, but we welded it back on. That's the first thing I did. The second thing I did was I gutted my secondary cat. So that put me officially catless. I have the primary cat in the back right now. I don't have the gutted secondary because I gave it to one of my BK1 buddies so he could use it. He didn't end up using it, so I gave it to him for no reason. But those are the two I did. And then eventually I got rid of the resonator. The muffler being gone. Like, the muffler was the first thing that I did, followed by the primary cat, then the secondary, so on and so forth. Yeah, once I got rid of the muffler, once I got rid of the resonator, those were the last two things I had in my way to be like fully considered straight pipe. Because at first I still had the resonator and I was saying that I was straight pipe, but obviously I wasn't. But now I am. It sounds crazy. So that's my setup. This is what I believe is the best exhaust for this car is. And y'all can just hear that idle. It's lopey. It's like it's just it. You know what I mean? When you get on it, it's loud. When you cruising, it's loud, but it's not unbearably loud. I feel like this is really the direction that you guys should go if you're looking for, you know, a Genny Coupe. And this goes for all generations of the 2.0Ts. This is BK1 and BK2. The only difference is the turbo size. The turbo is a little smaller. The O2 housing is much different, but it's still the same thing, just straight piping. That's what I think is the best setup. I'm gonna give y'all some revs, and then I'll go back on the street and I'm gonna get some true like POV stuff because this needs to be heard. Yo, what's good, brother? Man, I ain't gonna lie, I thought somebody came to complain. It was like, man, shut that shit off. Exhibit A. Exhibit A. Look at those pops, man. Hey, listen, again, stock tune, man. That just comes from being straight pipe. That's why this exhaust, to me, is one of the best. It pops on D-cell like this, like stuff like this, and then stuff like this too. Alright, now that you guys don't heard what it sounds like outside the car, and again, I have countless shorts and I have a few videos of how it sounds like truly outside the car, full wide open throttle, all that. Again, it sounds, there's not a lot of drone, and I drive with the window. I feel like every car dude does that. They drive with the windows down, just so you can hear, hear the car a little bit more, all the noise that it makes. Drive with the windows down, you're not really getting a lot of drone. And just the way I have mine set up, there isn't a lot anyways. That's all I really wanted to do this video, was a little exhaust preview. And again, this exhaust is still up for changes. This is 9 out of 10, this is not exactly how I'm going to keep it, because I do want to upgrade to thicker piping. I want to go 3-inch, maybe better. I got to get a tip for it, because as y'all can see, it's just a pipe. I couldn't reuse the stock tips, because the stock tips, it threw off the whole thing. I don't know, and just the way I had it set up, it just wouldn't fit. It sounds amazing. To me, at least, it sounds amazing. And I think to a lot of other people, because I've had plenty of people come and say, hey, rev it, can you rev it? It sounds good. So I believe other people agree with me saying that it sounds good. So again, just to reiterate everything, this is my opinion. This is not like, you can't prove an exhaust sound. Well, I mean, maybe, but it's subjective. Like, everybody's gonna think one exhaust sounds better than the other. To me, this is what I think is the best setup for the car. Now, do I think that my setup sounds the best? No, I don't think this one sounds the best, but I think this setup is the best. Just because they have better material, better pipe thickness, as I've brought up countless times during this video, and just different setups other than the exhaust that changes how this car sounds. I am a big believer that straight piping a Genny, or maybe a multitude of other cars, is the way to go. Now, of course, if you're not a huge sound person, then don't. Simply don't. You can cut off a few things, maybe do a muffler delete and keep the resonator, keep the cat. Maybe do a resonator and muffler delete, keep the cat. Or do a cat delete and keep the muffler. Or a cat delete and keep the resonator, take the muffler. There's so many combinations when it comes to exhaust that you can have on cars. But with this one, I just took everything off. And it sounds good. So that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I believe my next video will probably be a tune video, because that's going to tie into my next one, which is going to be my pick for the best performance mods that you can do to a Genny Coupe. And then we go to like sound stuff and longevity stuff. The tune is coming very soon, probably in the next few weeks. I plan to have the tune by the end of this year. That's what I really want, and I feel like I can do that. I have a few other things that I do want to put on the car before the tune. Like I found some really cool CX racing headers. Well, not headers, but you know, turbo manifold that I really want to put on, because I feel like that'll squeeze out every little bit that I have out of this car before the tune. And then after that, we can shift gears. We can kind of focus on the more aesthetic appealing things to this car, like the outside. The interior definitely needs some carbon. And then we could probably revisit some performance stuff, maybe a big turbo, fueling, stuff like that. So with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go in the house. I'm gonna chill. I might put out a video tomorrow because I have to put this ABS module on. So I might put out a video of that, or I'll probably make a little short of it. Again, straight drop your car, bro. I promise you, bro. If you like me or a multitude of these car dudes out here, you're gonna love it, bro.